Hello. Thank you for getting to the video. I'm going to be hopping in here and you guys can watch how my day turned out. Overall, pretty boring. I mean, I lost $14, but I did a lot of trading. I think I personally overtraded 6 trades. Sorry that there's a watermark. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do the webcam and then film it within it. I got to find a workflow that works a lot quicker than what I'm currently doing because it just takes up too much of my time. And I want to do this every single trading day. So we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and hop right in to today's performance.
Good morning. Yeah. And welcome to episode 2 of live trading. Today is the very first day of trading for the new year, 2020. Oh, yeah. Come on now. I got my stocks up, my charts. I got my inner circle group on my other little screen right over here, and I have a special guest. Her name is Coco. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. All right, the time is now 6:20. I'm gonna look at these charts, look for some setups, and I'm gonna pause it for the moment, and I will be back for when I begin to trade. Goodbye. Okay, so it is opening bell. I don't know what that little jolt was right there. My order didn't get filled, but it like flew down and then, all right, so it looks like my order's gonna get filled here. Did it get filled? That was weird. Always trading when pre-market and opening bell, it's always trippy because the amount of movement that takes place. But come on, baby, fill me. Well, that sounded weird. Hey, Cocos. All right, so here we are. Looks like it's still open. Open order, meaning it has not been filled yet. Looks like it's almost like frozen. What's going on here? Let me refresh candles. Okay. There we go. Okay. And filled and stopped out. Okay, that was fast. So I will go ahead and pause this. I'm going to look for another setup. That was fast. Okay, so it looks like my brokerage account is frozen. It pushed an update through during the middle of my trading day, and none of my charts are loading. So I'm just sitting here. I had to refresh it, restart it. Nothing's open. Nothing is working right now. This is unbelievable. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I can't do anything. So I'm gonna just restart my computer. Maybe that's gonna do something. Oh, all right, so I'll be back. Okay, so we are now 20 minutes into opening. I have been fiddling around with this. So my first trade went through, and good thing I had a stop loss because my brokerage account, WEBULL, look how like my charts are not loading. They pushed this update through. It's all updated. Restarted the computer. Nothing is loading. So I can't place any trades. That's some crap. This is, I got my charts back. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I'm back. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video. Finally, oh my goodness. I was stressing out. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video. All right, maybe I don't have all my charts back. This is some bull. All right. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I'm gonna try the other one. Tesla. Sure, Tesla, load. Come on. My little dog's giving me licks because she knows I'm stressed. I'm down $20. Yeah. It's still not working. All right, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna figure this out. Jeez. So it's been a few more minutes. I am still fiddling around with trying to get this to work. Look, nothing is working. This is unreal. If I did not have a stop loss on my previous trade, I would be stuck in a trade with this brokerage account, and I don't know where the stock is at the moment. Well, here it is, 1653. So I'd be down significantly more than where my stop loss actually was. This is crazy. And it's not just my internet connection or anything else, because I've already tried loading other things. So boom, let me just click a random video. See, it's all loading. Boom, it loads. This does not load. Oh, man, this sucks. What a horrible start to my trading in the new year. But it could be worse. It could be much farther down than $24. I'll take that. Yeah, baby. All right, well, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to try to figure this out some more, see what's going on. It's almost 30 minutes into the trading day. I'm still not having any luck with this. Every once in a while a chart opens and then it load fails again. I send a ticket to WEBULL's support. Shoot.
Hey, Coco. Hi. We lost money today, and we can't make it back.
Huh? Is it working? Now I'm a little too hesitant to enter into a trade anyway. If it was to start working, I mean, I would, but, you know, I'm hesitant because I wouldn't want this to happen again. Man. I honestly do not know. Don't know what to do. This is unreal. Highly just considering just changing my brokerage account and learning another system, because this, I mean, I like this. I like the setup and how easy it is, but like when you have a big trading account, you don't want to risk this kind of crap. Heck no. Gosh, there's a lot of opportunities out there right now too. This blows. All right, well, I'm gonna pause this again. I'm gonna see if I can just restart again, see if anything might happen. All right, let me do that actually. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a buy order. I'm gonna actually buy it right around here, 1660. I'm gonna do 16.61 for good luck. And then I'm gonna do, that was a joke by the way. Actually, I should do 1665. It'd be easier to do math. Okay, let's do 1665. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and then the stop loss is going to be 1629. Let's do 100. Go ahead and place that order. Confirm. Okay, there we go. Target would be right around there. It's about 2-to-1. More down here. Yeah, so I'm risking basically, let me add in the line. Let's put it there. Be more conservative. Okay, so my position has been filled with Rite Aid. There we go. You saw it live. And now this is my stop loss. This is my profit potential. This I plan on moving up as the candles form, like so. But as of right now, I'm just keeping it right down here below this big red candle. So let's go ahead and check back on SES in 2 trades now. SES is looking kind of crappy. But yeah, it's building this kind of cliff formation. Fell below that one. It's not the greatest look, but it's all right. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, it's gonna stop me out because it's building these lower highs, and it'll probably cut this, and then who knows. Yeah, right here looks like it's a little level of support for the buyers to come back in. 1858 low. Oh baby, don't stop me out, keep me alive. What can we do? Hey, look at Rite Aid go. All right, so Rite Aid looks like it has some buying power coming in. I'm going to go ahead and move this stop loss up to right around here, 1645. Rite Aid, 1645. So now I can only lose 20 bucks. Penny saved is a penny earned by friends, but it's still a penny. That was more than a penny. You get the point. Okay, so boom. SES looks like it has. Yeah, it looks like there's some buyers that come in right around this little range, 860. 860 seems to be a strong area for the buyers to come in. So scary. It didn't stop me out, but look how close that was. Look at that little tiny gap. So now it's just time will tell. Time will tell. Here's Rite Aid. Making my way downtown. Uptown. Should be uptown. So I guess while we're just watching these trades roll out, I can sit here and be quiet and you can just watch the screen. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. Just be quiet. Watch the screen. Okay, there we go. Rite Aid, baby. So now I like personally, so see this large green candle? Not that I don't like a large green candle when I'm going long, but when it shoots high in one formation and it doesn't slowly build, it scares me a little bit because I feel like I have to take profits a little bit quicker because the more it extends, it acts as a rubber band. I think I said that in my previous episode, or previous trading day, which by the way, I apologize, was way too long. But that was my first one. I was figuring things out. Now I'm using different software, yada, yada. But yeah, it extends way out and then rubber bands back. So it's always good to try to take some profits off of the table while you can. So see. That's not too aggressive, but now it's going to probably have some good support right around this area, which would be nice. I'm going to actually move this stop loss. I'm going to move it up to here now. 1655. So penny save, penny earn, right? Cut off, save another 10 cents per share. So now all I can lose is 10 bucks. Good stuff. Let's check back in on SES. SES is still moving sideways. To be quite honest, when things consolidate sideways, especially coming downwards from a high just like this. Now, if I'm not going to worry as much. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't need to worry regardless, but because these are all in bullish context. But say if this was all the rivers, let's pretend these are rivers and they were facing downwards and this same pattern was occurring. This sideways consolidation is it would be beautiful for people that are shorting the stock, because you would have all this downwards pressure and all these buyers up in here, and there'd be so many stop losses right around this area. So the more downward pressure, and as soon as these stop losses are hit, what happens? Well, it gets sold down and gets pushed down. It's like a flush point. Acts like a toilet going, you flush the toilet. Well, this stock will flush all the way down. This specific setup I remember learning about could be called a broken window short. Basically, this window represents the gap, and what the goal here is you basically buy or you sell right around this point right here, if it hits a trigger point, and then you close out of the order right around this point. So you get if the window repairs, meaning, broken window gets repaired, you would then, whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was watching this thing move. Broken window short. Learned that from my guy Clay Trader. Little plug. All right, so I'm still in these trades. See what I mean about Rite Aid? That rubber band action that I told you about? What do you think's happening? But what I do like to see, check this out. Boom. This is the low. This one was higher, 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 higher. Let's keep this up. Let's keep that momentum up. That's a good thing. Boom. Come on, baby. It's good. I should probably just see if there's any other opportunities out there. I don't like to get really into multiple trades at once, but it's not like I'm risking a crazy amount. So it's pretty quiet out there right now anyway. So I'm happy with these two trades. Even if they go the opposite direction on me, to be honest, it's not going to make or break me regardless. I would prefer it to go positive, but So what I like about Rite Aid right now is the RSI indicator. It has now came down back into not oversold territory, which is good, meaning that there could be potentially less sellers and maybe some more buyers. And then the MACD is still showing that it is nice spread here, and it is moving in the positive direction. It does not fell below zero, and it has not crossed over. So we're still seeing some good momentum. All right, so what I'll do now is I'm just going to go ahead and pause just to keep the video a little bit shorter than last time, and I'll update when something happens here. So I'll go ahead and pause it. Okay, I am back. So what's going on here? Let's see. So this is SES position. SES, these two candles I've formed are kind of what's known as an indecision candle or a doji candle, where the price is really deciding, which way are we going to take this stock? And I mean, looking at it, honestly, I think it's going to be pushed down and I'm going to get stopped out. Part of me is just like, just get out of it. But you got to let it play out. This is kind of a descending triangle where it's building in lower highs and then it's kind of flat out right around this area. So yeah, it's between the bears and the bulls here. They don't know which way to go. We don't know which way to go. They're fighting back and forth. So you never know. Like the bears might just take me down, or the bulls might come back and take me up. Let's go to Rite Aid. Rite Aid's stopping me out. Rite Aid just stopped me out. So that is what it is. That trade now I lost another $10 on that trade. So just one of those days, I guess. So I'll go back to SES. Let's see where we're going there. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. And if anything happens here, I'll be back. Cool. Okay, I'm back here. I'm in SES. Well, that's what we're still looking at. Still letting this candle form. Does look decent. It's green. That's awesome. Hopefully we can see a reversal and this start going up in the up direction. Maybe mitigate some of my losses that I've seen so far. I did up my stop loss. I shaved off 10 cents, and that, it will help save money if it does get stopped out. That is the only thing that I have control over, is my risk. So got to be good at that. This was a very good candle that formed. So we're seeing some upward movement. That's very good. Some buyers coming in. Let's see if it can hold. What you doing, Coco? Kish. Kish. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Come on, baby. Come on. Move for me. Move up. Woo. See, this is why you don't want to trade large amounts. So, like my portfolio size, you can see it's so 20, just over 27,000. But these trades I'm risking like $30 on. Now, if I was doing 500 share lots, which I did do in December at the very beginning, talk about nail biting. Like you see the unrealized P&L right down here tick so quickly. Like you're like down 300, down 400, you're up this, you're up that, or you're down. So I feel really comfortable with 50 shares to 100 shares and scaling into positions typically. That is as of right now. And this is, episode 2. So maybe in a while from now, I'll be scaling up, 10%, 20%, 30%, and, taking on a little bit larger sizes when I feel a little bit more comfortable. I think when I start getting into bigger share lots too, I might need to change my brokerages because I need the best entry point and I need it to be quick and I need it to be fast. So I might look into somebody like Lightspeed or what's another big one? Interactive Brokers. And if I trade options, maybe potentially something like Tastyworks, one of those. All right, so this is moving in it. This is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video right now, and I'll be back with hopefully more good news. So I'll be back. Okay, so another candle is forming currently. It just opened up. That was a nice big green move to the upside. My stop loss is going to be moved up to break even. So let's do this here. Oh, okay. Look at that rubber band shot down. I might not be able to move it to break even here fast enough. So $9.01 is where my break even point was. Modify. So I am now even on this trade. If I get stopped out, I don't lose anything. Now it's just a question like, what can I potentially make here? Or will I leave with nothing to win? This would be nice to form a nice hammer candle, but we still got a lot more time left on it. It literally just started 30 seconds ago. Yeah, but with this upward green, these 2 upward green candles, it's a good sign here to potentially see a reversal of all of this. It does look like there's a lot of downward pressure right around here, so I might have to consider taking some profits off the table if it reaches this point, say 1028. So what I could do is put in an order there to potentially sell a couple shares. Okay. If it reaches there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and see what happens, and I'll bring you back when anything occurs. So I wanted to bring you back really quick just to show you my first trade, RAD. This is why it's so important. Rite Aid. RAD is the ticker symbol. So important to have a stop loss. So when I bought in, I forget where it was exactly per se, but just look, say if I bought in right around this point, I think it was, I don't know, somewhere around here. If it wasn't for my stop loss or this to start working again, you can see that the MACD crossed over. It's looking pretty bearish. And look at this downward momentum being pushed down. So this very well could be exactly what I talked about earlier about the broken window short. It came down, it went sideways, and now it's breaking to repair that window that it did. So this could act as a very big line of support, or even potentially just right around this area. So good thing that I was able to keep my stop loss in place. Now I'm gonna go back to my other stock. This one is still been kind of bouncing around with this candle. I would like to see it end actually kind of like that, a big hammer candle, because that would represent potentially more of a bounce to the upside. You're seeing this long wick, which shows in a lot of buyers coming in. So it would be nice to see that going into the next candle. So I'll go ahead and pause it, and I'll be back here shortly. Okay, we are back. So I just had to write out an alert to my chat. Well, it's not my chat, the chat that I'm in. This right here was the $10 level. And with this hammer candle that formed, the one that we wanted, But I wanted, my alert was to see if it can break the $10 marker and start pushing upwards. And as you know, it broke 10 and went really quickly. So I even made a new high on this one. So we're seeing some very positive momentum on this trade. This is a very good thing, very good sign. So I got to be active now. I'm going to go ahead and, this is a fast mover. It's hard to say. Got to let it breathe. Got to let it do its thing. 49. Okay, so my stop loss, now I am in the green, about 50 cents, 48 cents to be exact, per share. Yeah, this thing's moving. I'm gonna see if I can sell. Man, if it could push up here, 1140. I'm gonna do 1148. I think I'm gonna take my profits if it can reach that point. All my profits. See if it'll allow me to do that with a stop loss still in order. Yeah, that thing is wicked. A lot of people taking profits right now, trying to figure out what to do. Let's see if I can place that. Yeah, so it's not going to let me do that because I'd have to technically get rid of this stop loss. So I'm just going to have that ready. So if I cancel this and put this through, it'd be a good area for me to. Got to be able to move fast if it reaches up this point, because if it does reaches up here, it will come back down pretty quickly, just like this one did. So, or it's going to stop me out. We'll see. See if the buyers come in at $10. I'm going to go ahead and modify my stop to, no, I'm not. I always do that. I always modify and then I sell off some of my shares, which is not a bad thing, but I want to actually see how this little bad boy plays out. So, yeah, man, holy moly, that's a green candle right there. Look at that thing go. All right. Eesh. 1145. Shoot, I should just do 1139 to be quite honest. If it reaches that point, that's amazing. Yeah, it's, how can I get this to, I would have to do a take profit order, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video. I'm gonna think, and then I will be back. Okay, a new sell order has, or sorry, not a new sell order, a new candle is formed. Let's see what we can do here. $11 looks like kind of a sticking point. $11. Okay. Go ahead and delete that. Move that up there just because it kind of looks like it's going to be a hard area to break. I want to put up a stop. 10 shares right around this point, 1128. So sell a stop. That's going to be just taking a little bit of profit. 1128. Oh, that wasn't 1128. That was 1028. 1028. I just want to take some more profits up here if it does come down, and because this right here was a sticky point for that candle, so I just broke that, so I wasn't even able to. That's annoying. Let me modify this back to 50. Look at this thing move. Come on, guys. Where's the buyers at? So, all right. Still have my 50 shares. Got the stop loss right here below this candle. This kind of sucks because it was so green and then it's just so red. It's like just moving sideways, trying to decide what the hell to do. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I'm just going to let this one play out, see where it happens to live for me. Okay, so I just got stopped out, so I wanted to put back up the recorder. Look at this red candle that formed. It would have been nice to be able to take the profits up here, but I just wanted to see where it goes. Sometimes it just does this, sometimes it goes your direction. When I looked at the 15-minute though, just a second ago, I was like, oh my gosh, it's forming this gigantic inverted hammer, which means very well could just be pushing back down to the downside. Let's see where I'm at for the day so far. Down $12 in an hour. It's been a slow day. Been kind of sideways for me, so I'll go ahead and pause it. If I see any more opportunities, I'll come back and I will let you know. So I wanted to bring you back to this stock actually. So crazy. So do you see how it's not moving right now? It actually just got halted. So it's a very good thing that I got out of it because I do not want to get caught in a halt, which basically would mean who knows where it can open or close when the halt lifts. I don't know the reason why it halted. I'm assuming probably because of volatility, but it's hard to say. I got out. I went up. I got a positive trade. I made $20 on this one, so I'm happy. Could I have made more? Yeah, significantly more. I could have made $85 on this trade if I were to close out more up here, but the fact that I'm still positive, that I missed the halt, and I had a stop loss in place makes me happy. So I'll be back if I do see any other opportunities. Okay, so I'm over at Rite Aid. I think I remember talking earlier about this, about how it broke down and can be a broken window short. Typically it goes from where it gapped, so it can come down all the way to this point, but look at where this bounced. Look at that. It bounced, and look over here where all these candle highs are. So it's like perfect support. So this could be considered a decent entry point for panic buy. It's showing a lot of like signs of people just panicking, losing, all the buyers losing out. And yeah, this could be a potentially good entry point right around this point. The stop loss right around here, but I'm gonna let it play out just a little bit longer just to see if anything else presents itself. Yeah, it's been a slow bleeder, so. And look at it bounce right at this 50-day or that moving air. This is in the 5-minute candle, so this could be a sign of a reversal potentially, but we'll wait it out a little bit longer to see what happens. So I'll go ahead and pause right now. Okay, I am back. This stock here is called the ticker symbol SAVA, SAVA. I drew out this pattern. It looks like it's an ascending triangle. Where basically this means it's building some momentum moving upwards. Can it break up here, or will it break down and fall below? I think this is a great risk versus reward, so I'm going to go ahead and buy in as of right now at $6.75. See if my order can get filled. Probably will. I'm going to buy, let's just put 100 just to see what it does. 100 shares. My stop loss would be right around this area if it breaks it, $6.55. 6.55. I'd be risking $20. I'm gonna go ahead and actually up that because I do like this pattern to 200 shares. So I'll be risking $40. And I like this pattern a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and place that order and see what we can do. Perfect. So my order has been filled. Let's see what can happen. I'm going to go ahead and actually alert this to my chat. So actually, I'm going to just go ahead and pause this and I'll come back.
Okay, so I just had to alert my chat, let them know. When I let them know too, it basically will allow them to potentially benefit from this opportunity as well. But the reason why I like this one so much is just because I don't need to risk much to potentially have a nice big breakout. Like, see this gap from the bottom of this to the top of this? When it breaks, you can potential, like, this isn't always for certain, but potentially can break that opening could be the same amount as the breakout of this line right here. So we can see it potentially reach right back up to here again, which, to 728 from 675, like, that's a big jump up. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'll go ahead and pause it and I'll be back. Okay, so I just upped my stop loss from where it was previously to 665. So right to this point right here. It almost stopped me out, actually. The reason why I did this is because I don't need it to fall down to this point in order to get stopped out. It looks like it has a lot of support right around this area. You can see where this hammer candle formed. So there's some support there. If it breaks it, then I'm more than willing to take that loss. So let's just see how this one plays out. This would be probably potentially a lot more safer, to be quite honest. But I mean, now I could only lose $20 versus what I was losing, which was about $40. So there we go. I'll go ahead and pause it. Might be a while. All right. Just the update, I got stopped out. When I was looking at my level 2s, I kind of saw a lot of sell orders come in. So I lost there $20, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, $20. $20 loss on that trade. So now I am down to $30 for the day. It's been trading for about since 6:30, an hour and a half, down $30, 3 trades. I'm going to look to see maybe if there's any more opportunity. If not, I'm just going to call it quits with a $30 loss for the day. My last trading day, I was up $80, did 1 trade. This one, it's been really sideways for me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be back if I do find anything. If not, I'll just close out the video. All right. I am looking at this stock, TEVA, TEVA. I am going short 100 shares at, I'll show the position right here. It looks like it's forming this cliff point. Looks like there's some support, so it's been being pushed down. It's very bearish context, so hopefully it can break down. And then I have a stop loss simply just right around this point up there. So I'm going to go ahead and update that as my color for my entry, and I'm going to put this here for my stop loss. It looks like it's pretty big, but honestly, this isn't that big of a trade. 100 shares. This spread right here is like a $7 loss or something like that, because it's a slow mover, 65 to 68. It's 50 or 56 was my entry, and I'm got 5-cent stop loss. Nothing crazy. So I'll go ahead and pause right here, and then I will be back later. Okay. Update. So I actually put in for another 100 shares. So I'm now at a 200 share position. Stop loss is still in the same area. I got filled, and let's see what this thing can do right now. It is up here. My position entry is right around this point. All right, so I will pause and come back with any news once it takes place. Okay, a couple candles have formed. I'm still been pretty flat here with this trade. Not much going on. I did enter into another trade. I went into Microsoft, a buy position at 159.42. I have a stop loss right down here, pretty much just below this candle. It's been a very strong looking stock today, so I figured just pull back, and this candle right here could be a good little entry to make a little bit of profit, hopefully. So so far today, nothing's really been going in my way except for 1 trade, and the fact that I only am down, I think, $30 or so. So
I'll let this play out a little bit longer, and I'll come back with probably a Lamborghini and a couple $1 million. Yeah. Bye. All right, here's the new candle forming on Microsoft. Looks like it's being pushed down. Not surprised. Kind of, this has been happening all day. Hopefully it bounces right around this point. If it does come down, uses this orange 8-day moving average as support. Stop loss is still in a decent area. It is above this yellow line, which if it does come down here, probably going to tap there and then bounce. It's kind of just been my luck today. But we'll see. Let's go to the other stock, Teva. Another candle formed, hammer candle, so it could be potentially a bounce point. This thing is just, I don't know what it's doing. It's a slow mover. Let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and just update my stop loss to 960. Save a penny, quite literally. Okay. All right. Yeah, that means I'm a little bit closer to getting my Lamborghini. Microsoft, where are you at? Okay, yeah, bounce exactly right there where I kind of said. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to pause it, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, here's Microsoft. It stopped me out. This big old red candle came down out of nowhere, kicked me in the butt. No Lamborghini for me. Teva is still moving sideways. I think I'm just going to get out of this trade if I can at the moment. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to just edit my stop loss. Modify my stop to be at 955, where it's at right now, and see if it'll place. Oh, great. Let's do 956. Okay. I'll come up with a $2 win. Hallelujah. Look at that. Oh, man. Winning something. All right, so I'll just leave that there. I'll end that one with a green trade. Nothing to be excited about. I did get this alert that this trade here looks like it's building a lot of volume downwards. Let me see if I can even short sell this, if it'll let me. It does. Okay, cool. So I'm going to short sell this. Let me see here. This is probably build some good volume on the sell off. So I want to sell 712. High of this. Let's go 50, 47, 12. Sell another 50 at 47.24. Cool, filled there. Look at Teva, now it's actually moving downwards. That's hella funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move this one now down to 954. Modify. Teva. 954. Taking a little bit more profit for Teva. Okay, Grubhub, where are we at? I have 50 shares short in this position. Okay. It's one of my entries. Okay. I would like to see it. Maybe, yeah, there we go. A little bit more, 47.20. Let's go 47.19. Sell another 50 at 47.19. Boom. Let's see if that gets filled. If that gets filled, I'm going to do another 50 at 47.27. My Teva order just got filled. I made like $4 on that trade. Oh my gosh. Woo! 47.27. So I'm going to do another sell order of 50 at 47.27. This is me just, what I'm doing right now is I'm scaling into this position
it showed a lot of volume on the downward, so this can form potentially another cliff and potentially move farther to the downside, and I want to capitalize on that. So 47.27, sell. Boom. So I have 2 more sell orders in here of 50 shares if this bounces up, and I'm going to have a stop loss right around this point right there at 47.53. So I'm going to do buy a stop, 47.53. Cool. And it's going to be for 150 shares. I only have 50 shares at play at the moment, but if it does come up, then I will have the 150. So I'm going to go ahead and put 150 stop order there. Boom. White line to wave the white flag if it does come down this way. And that is probably, this is going to be my last position for the day. I am done. I am tired. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah, it's been a pretty lame day for me, to be quite honest. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. I mean, that's a little excessive in my opinion. I usually don't trade this frequently, but because I've been keeping my losses really small, I was just kind of just looking for some opportunity. And plus, I mean, it's New Year's. I would like to see, you know, a green day to start off the year, but that's just emotions, to be honest. So don't let emotions kind of flood you when you're trading. I can't let that happen. So the max I really want to lose is 50, or the max I want to lose is $100, but I would like to keep it around the $50 a day loss area. And then I'd like to win around $100 to $200. My goal is really 100. So let's go back to the trade. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here in a little bit. So looks like this bounced up a little bit. We'll see now if these other orders will get filled. If they do, great. If they don't, you know, it is what it is, but we'll see. All right, I'll be back later. Okie doke. So my second fill order was filled right around this point. So now my position, it's 100 shares at the $47.15 marker right around start of this candle. I have one more order right at 47.27. I'm actually going to change that to 47.25. Right at the 8-day moving average, or the 8-period moving average. So then I'd have 150 shares at that point. Stop loss, I will probably be moving down and following the yellow line, which is the 20-period moving average. Let me see here what I have on my level 2s I'm checking out right now just to see. Oh, somebody's calling me. Oh, great. Dennis is calling me. Let's see what this... Hey, Dennis, what's up?
Good morning, buddy. What are you doing?
I'm trading.
Oh, good. Glad I got you at a good time, right?
Yeah, you're actually you're on my live trading right now, just so you know. So you're on speakerphone. The world, the world hears you.
Hello, followers. Follow the group channel.
I have over 2 views. So
This is insane.
yeah.
Hey, can you look at GE?
Yeah, I can look at GE. Give me a second. Right now, I'm in a 100-share position on Grubhub, shorting it.
Ooh, how you feeling about it?
GE, I'm actually feeling pretty confident. I'm trying to scale into the position, so I hope it goes up just a tad bit more, and then it goes down. But we'll see. I'm down for the day, like $50 or $30 or something like that. So GE, what's
yeah,
that?
So I'm looking at not even a swing, just like a long-term trade.
Daily, weekly,
long-term, like 6 months or something.
Okay.
So if you look, it's had like substantial volume, and it's almost at so it's at a resistance right now, but a previous support, right?
Wait, what chart are you looking at? Are you looking at the daily?
Sorry, looking at daily.
Okay. Dang, it's had a pretty big day today.
Yeah. So like, here's what I'm thinking, right? Because if you look back into like April, May, June, July of last year, it's at a support for then, which is now resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of taking out a short position here, but then hedging it with a call option.
Dang, you're getting creative, bro. Sheesh.
Well, I mean, I could just go short and then set a stop loss.
Wait, why do you want to short it?
Just out of resistance.
Mm,
Now, my only hesitation with that, though, is that some of the technical indicators are kind of bullish, like MACD. Looks like it might be starting to flip over.
yeah, and then the RSI's.
Higher lows.
Yeah, well, the RSI is really not given too much, but it's definitely not oversold or overbought. I mean, I don't know.
It's been putting up higher lows
The-
since July of last year.
Yeah, the thing that gets me on this one is, yeah, its overall context is pretty bearish, but actually very bearish, but it also kind of reversed out of that a little bit. So who knows what? I don't know. It's a hard one to tell. There's nothing that's clearly saying, hey, yeah, you should do this or do that, because it can easily keep going up, or it can, like you said, take a turn for the worst. I don't know. Let me see here. 1128. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, if you look recently though, look at like from its previous earnings, which was in October 30th. It's been constantly putting in new highs. Lower highs. So and then now it has this breakout day of 3%, and then the 8-day moving average is up. The 20-day moving average is now turned up. The 50-day is up, and the 200-day is up. So I don't know. I don't know if I would short it or not. I wouldn't personally, but
Maybe another option would be to set a stop buy order at like 1160 or 1170. That wouldn't be high enough. But maybe like 1190, to where if it does break resistance, then you could write it up. But I don't know. Because I'm also thinking if you trade this in shorter term channel that it's in, like even like a swing trade might be able to net you whatever that is, like 3%, 4%.
Yeah.
It goes back down, but
honestly, dude, I think most of the resistance is coming from 1150.
yeah, I do too. I think 84 might have been like a false breakout. But I
Yeah.
was looking at
I'll like look at all the little wicks that are right by the 1150 marker, and that's a pretty like, it just sounds like a easy number, a grandma number people call them. So
exactly, it's nice and round, right?
yeah, and then right now the price is literally flirting with it. So yeah, I mean, it could be potentially a good short. I mean, this day candle is bigger than every other day I see, and it could be a kind of a rubber band opportunity to push back downwards. But yeah, I don't know.
So you're saying rubber band as in like if you have a lot of volume one day, then in one direction,
Yeah.
it shoots back the other way potentially.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I look at, like on the smaller time frames. Like if it's all of a sudden this big extension up on one candle, it typically will pull like it'll rubber band back eventually. Or it doesn't always, but a lot of people that see that, they're like, okay, it's time to take some profits because this can pull back now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, I want to hear your thoughts on that. Thanks, man. I'll let you get back to trading.
Yep, for sure. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, good luck, man. Bye.
Yep, bye. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause and get back to this. Okay, we are back at Grubhub. The price is shooting downwards. That's a good sign. There's still bearish momentum. This green line right here, I wanted to put out here because I just realized on the daily chart, this is actually a pretty bullish stock, but that green line over here, it bounced and flew way up. So I'm like, oh, okay, I got to take that into consideration. That could act as a very big level of support, but it looks like it broke down it. It broke down over here. Now this is just on the 5-minute time frame, so it's still floating around this range. But now I'm got to keep my tight stop loss, especially when it comes to shorting, because the stock can go up as much as it can go to the moon, but it can only go down to zero, right? So you got to be very diligent with having a stop loss and honoring it. So I moved it down, cut off about 20 cents. So instead of up here, I'm going to be putting it right around this point. I still have a 50 sell order right around this point, and I think I am going to now adjust. Yep, I see the orange line and the yellow line just moved down, so I have to adjust for that. I am going to just remove that order, and it looks like I'll be in here for 100 shares. Yeah, it looks like I'll be just in this position for 100 shares. My position right here is right there, 47.15. Honestly, too, this stop loss, now looking at it, it's a little high. If this were to go green all the way up, it'd be, I'm giving it a lot of room to breathe from 0.15 to 0.35. I could really just move that down to right around here, 47.25, 26, give it a little bit of breathing room. No, 25 would be fine. So I will go ahead and, I'll go ahead and do that. Modify 47.25. I'm going to do it for 100 shares now. 47.25, baby. Hey ho, let's go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Can we do it? What I don't like right now is the MACD is crossing over. It's a pretty bullish sign. However, it is still below zero, so it doesn't hold as much as weight. Oh, maybe I'll get back my money this trade. Maybe I won't. Look at that thing drop. Flush, flush, flush. Shoot. Okay. Let me see where I'm at for the day. I'm so ready to just call it quits. Holy moly. Okay. I haven't been getting nowhere, and this is a long trading day. I don't remember trading this long before. So I'm going to go ahead and pause to see what happens. I'll come back here in a moment. Okay, so Grubhub is currently forming on the 5-minute time frame, a little hammer candle. Hopefully it doesn't, because honestly, when it has a hammer candle and move down, that's I wouldn't consider that a hammer candle, this one. So that's a good sign. But if it was, it acts as kind of a bounce point, or could potentially act as a bounce point. So it looks like I'm gonna just wait for this line to update here. See what happens. Yeah, this is good. Been nice to get a little bit extra shares in there, but take what I can get, Oh, man, things are slow today. Slow day today. Slow day today. All right, there, just updated. I think I'm going to move my stop loss to this. Actually, I should just move my stop loss to break even now. Because if it breaks above this area right here, it could move potentially up. So I'm just going to move it to break even. 47.15. I'll just do 47.14. No. Yeah, 47.14 would do it. 47.14. So I'm going to go ahead and modify my stop loss to 47.14. I'll just make it 15, whatever. 47.15. It's basically break even. Okay, and there we go. Now it's just a matter of, can it continue to the downside? If it can continue moving down, it's going to make me more money. Right now it's up $18 in unrealized gains. Pretty good, I guess. It's good to be bored with these numbers, by the way, simply because, like, if this was a 500 share lot, yeah, you would times that by 5. My heart would be racing a little bit more. At least it's a slower moving stock at the moment. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and we will come back here shortly. Okay, so back. It's been making a move up. I actually entered in again. I wanted to put in another 100 shares. It came up to this point. I was like, you know what? This could be a potentially good opportunity to get a little bit more aggressive.
on this. I still have my stop loss in the same exact area, $47.15. Now my position is at 47.11. So I'm looking at like a 4-cent loss on 200 shares. To be quite honest, it should be probably more up in this range now for my stop loss, 47.18. So I think I'll actually modify that. It makes a little bit more sense, gives it a little bit more room to breathe, and still would not result in a big loss. Typically you don't want to do that, but I don't know, just being that close. I want this to breathe a little bit more. Realistically, it could be up here, but I'm just going to keep it around this area. I'm looking at potentially a 7-cent loss on 200 shares. I don't know what that exactly would equate to. I'm not good at math, but let me see if I can pull that up really quick. So we got, I'm just going to say 8 cents. It's more like 7. I'll just do 7 times 0.07 times 200. Yeah, it's $14. It's nothing to trip about. But I'd much rather be in a little bit heavier position right now, especially with how this setup is. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again. I've said that word a million times, and I will be back with the results. This is going to be my last trade of the day. I am wiped. It's been 6, 7, 8, 9. It's been 3 hours. This is way more than usual, and I haven't seen any results. So I'm going to call it quits. All right, so it is breaking down to the downside. It's forming somewhat of a hammer candle again, which always scares me. I have my stop loss still in place. I changed it from 200 down to 180 because I want to take 20 shares profit right about now. So I'm gonna go ahead and create another stop loss. The price is at 46.92. I'm gonna do 46.96, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop loss for 20 shares right there. Just to get 20 shares in the green. So it's, as you can see, it pops right here. So I have 20 shares right at this point. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do low. It's all at 96. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna gosh, I always do that. Modify it. It's gonna be 98. Give it a 2-cent breath. There we go. The reason why I just did that is because these two candles right here, the lows of those are 96. So I might as well just hide a little bit behind them. Wait, did I just do that again? No, okay, no, it updated. It just took a while. Gosh. I wanted to hide a little bit behind it because that could be potentially resistance for this next candle to come up. So yeah, if I can maybe take more profits with this 20 shares, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I will be back with an update here shortly. So I just modified my stop loss. So my original position here was at 47.11. I have my stop loss at 47.10. Gives me a 1 cent, basically just a 1 cent win. However, the reason why I moved it up to be break even is because it is still above these candles. It is below this. I like where this is at. I'm going to be taking 20 shares profit up here. So even if I get stopped out at break even, I still get 20 shares at profit. That to me is a good sign. So let's see, will it stop me out right here? It is close. So 97, and it has 1 more cent to move to get me stopped out of 20 shares. Let's see if it can do it. I'm gonna need some coffee soon too, some Wawa, gotta drink my Wawa. Wow. Whoa. Look at that. It did not stop out those 20 shares. But remember, I had my stop loss here at 96, right? And then I was like, I got to hide a little bit behind it just in case if it uses this as resistance. And look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's the power of charts, how good they work for you sometimes. Sometimes they don't. That's why the only thing that you can control is your risk. So you got to make sure that you control it well. So yeah, it can easily come back up here and stop me out, but I'm going to keep it right there. That was pretty cool. I'm glad I got that on film. So I'll pause it and I'll be back, okay? Okay, so the candle came back up. It stopped me out for those 20 shares. So I took a profit on those 20 shares. I am now here. I mean, now it's just really a matter of how much can I make on this trade. Once again, this is the place to be. And so far, I've been in that like 2 or 3 times today, and yet it just goes the opposite direction, which sucks, and it happens. But when it does work in your favor, I mean, it's pretty cool. So let's see what happens. I'm here at break even. I have 180 shares left. Technically, I'm already in the green. Sorry, not break even. I am in the green, 20 shares positive. So let's see what can happen. I'll be back. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be my last trade. So I'll pause the recording, see what can take place. I'm feeling like, dude, I think I'm going to get a Lamborghini today, but we'll see, you know. Bye. This little butt. Next candle's up, it's formed, moving up. It's kind of inverting. This thing came down a little bit. I'm going to keep my stop loss where it's at. The MACD is showing signs of, actually it's showing signs of bullishness. However, I mean, it's still technically under the 0 marker. When the green line is above the red, you know, and it's starting to spread apart, shows that there could be more bullish activity happening. This line here says that it's oversold, or sorry, overbought. The indicator, sorry, oversold. I was looking at it the wrong way. So the RSI is saying oversold, so it could be a potentially good buy opportunity. This could be a reversal area, or it could continue to push down. When I look at other time frames, let me look at that. Like, here's another time frame. Like, this is so bearish. Come on, like I love to be in this position right now where I'm already positive, and then I can, I won't lose any on these shares. But this last candle that formed, that's a doji candle. So it's like an indecision, like, hey, do I still want to move down, or is it time to start moving up now? That's what that candle represents in the 15-minute time frame to me. And like I said, yeah, my stop loss is right above that. So let me see. The high is 47.09, and I'm at 47.10. That's a tight stop loss. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. And then if I look at the daily, though, look at that monster drop. The day, look at all that movement onto the upside. So this could be just, and then it kind of consolidated and then broke downward. So this could be the start of a bigger move down to potentially 45, this range over here, or to even lower. I mean, it's hard to say. I would say if it does start moving down, I mean, it could come down to this previous level of resistance. Actually, that's almost exactly what I would imagine it would do. 43.80. It would come down all the way to 43.80, but it could take some time to do that. And I'm not going to hold this stock overnight. I just don't do that. So yeah, that was my 2 cents. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and we will be back once again on this last trade of the first trading day of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure and honor serving you. I'll be back. All right, another candle formed. It's oh well, now it's red, but it was just green. Still same position, same amount of shares, stop losses in the same area. It's pretty slow moving. Honestly, it would be great for this thing to just start turning over. I want to end my day here soon. Yeah, but honestly, it kind of just looks like it's going to come up and hit my stop loss again. I don't know. It's just been one of those days, you know, just one of those days. So I will be back again shortly. I'm going to make some coffee here soon. That sounds tasty, you know? Yeah. Okay. Just letting you see the candle as it forms. The next candle is forming. I moved my stop loss down just a tad to 47.07. Following this orange line down. Hopefully this was just some sort of a little dead cat bounce where it came up and then it's going to be flipping down. But MACD is still showing signs of strength. Keeps on spreading. Go figure. So we'll see what happens here. But I'm in the green, so that's a good thing. My 20 shares previously are in the green. They're already sold. So the more that this goes down, the more I follow it. Who knows what this can turn into. So we'll be back. There's the next candle that formed. It's looking pretty strong. See if it can break above this high of this previous candle, or if it's going to get rejected. Oh, it got rejected. That's a good sign. My stop loss, I cut off. All right, I moved it down just a little bit more to 47.05 just to take a couple more cents profit. Cool. That was a good rejection. I like seeing that. Hopefully it goes down just a little bit more past this low. If we can break past this low, and it keeps making lower highs and lower lows, that's a really good sign to move more into my direction. So I'm gonna go make some coffee and I'll be back. This is pretty slow, so yeah, won't miss much. All right, I stepped away for a moment there. I am making some coffee. I just wanted to check in to see how it's doing. MACD is still showing a good spread there, like it's bullish, like it's going to start pulling up. But however, it's still pushing downwards. So that's a negative divergence, which could potentially result eventually here into a bounce if this doesn't change around. It's below the zero, so you can't hold all your weight onto that. Which I will not. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss down just a little bit more into this range, 47.03, and take 2 more cents profit. Nothing much, but hey, 180 shares times by a couple cents there, it's a couple bucks, whatever. All right, so I will be back here shortly. I'm going to go finish up my coffee. Hopefully this MACD can start pushing to the downward direction. Maybe we see a little bit more red coming in. That would be great. Be great. All right, I'll be back. Okie dokie. So that's a nice candle right there that formed. A nice little hammer, inverted hammer, meaning more pressure to the downside. This is, however, is flattening out, and the RSI is still trekking upwards. Come on. Let's get that to go downwards. Like, what's it going to take? Like, why is it going up? Come on now. Come on now. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to update the stop loss to this point right here, which is going to be, make sure here. Let me see. Boom. That looks, yeah, it's going to be right here. 46.99. Oh, come on. 47. It's like almost like pointless. Do I even do it? All right. Well, there was a lot of pressure right there, so I'm going to just do it on this last candle. It's $47 even. God, I don't want to leave it on that grandma number. Nice round. Well, it is what it is. I'll take the cents. What was the high of this candle? Let's go modify 47.01. Let's take a couple cents. Gosh, I wish there'd be some more movement, but there's not. So there we go. 47.01 is now my new updated stop loss. That's pretty much on this. It's on that high, which also makes me like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But constantly making new lower low or lower highs, lower lows. Is for just at least from here down to here. Here it's still big old bounce point. So yeah, I'll be back on in a little bit here. Okay. Okay. Another candle here is forming. I moved my stop loss down to 46.99. This hammer candle that formed, this reverted one, and I thought it would be a good sign, but kind of looked like it faked out. I'm probably going to get stopped out here soon. This MACD is still showing signs of bullishness. I just don't see the end here in a near sight. Like, this could be the potential area for it to start leveling out and flattening and potentially go to the upside. So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully it keeps on getting pushed down, getting crushed. I mean, it is still in very, 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 very bearish context for the day on the 5-minute time frame. But we'll see. This would be my gain from 47.11 down to 46.99. It's not crazy amount, but it's around $30 plus the 20 shares that I sold off a little bit earlier. So that would put me right around for the day a loss of $5. So yeah, what a slow day, but it could be significantly worse. I'd much rather start my New Year's off at a small loss than a large loss. But we'll see. Maybe I'll make a gain. So I'll be back here with the update here shortly. See where this bad boy goes. Almost stopped me out within 2 cent, 1 cent, 98. Yeah, my stop loss is at 99. Very well can just come down and stop me out now. We'll see. Leave that running. Where's where my phone goes? All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'll be back. Okie dokie. I had my order filled. And my stop loss was right there. Looks like it's gonna shoot above it. To be quite honest, actually, this might be another good area to short, but I really want to. I'm just kind of done for the day. I'm tired. If it comes up there to 47.05, it might be a good little fade potential, you know, a little fade potential. So let's see where I ended for the day. I'm down $14. 3 winning trades, 3 losing trades. I mean, it is what it is. So here we go. So this is where I would probably try to think about entering, right around this point. That's 47.05, and then I would even have the stop loss just right around there. Shoot, that would have been cool. Let me see. It's moving up strong. Let's see. Let's give it a little bit more breathing room. Yeah, no, I'm going to call it quits. I'm done for the day. Thank you for watching. Let's see where we ended just to make sure. So yeah, total of 6 trades, which is more than I usually do. I was just trying to get into the positive, but we did come back from a little bit of a loss. End of the day, down $14. You cannot complain. So I'll be back here tomorrow. And yeah, you guys have a great start to your new year. Goodbye.